austerity policies of Fianna Fáil, the Greens, and now Fine Gael and Labour forced me to emigrate a few years ago. And I came back in November 2012 when I came back to the news of Savita Halappanavar and the horrific death that she suffered. So my question is about abortion, but also I want to remind you about last year. I don't know if you remember Miss Y. She met the terms of protection of life during a pregnancy bill. She was raped, she was suicidal, and the state dragged it out to the point where he's actually ended up cutting the fetus out of her against her will. Now, your bill has done nothing. It criminalises women to 14 years if you don't meet your very strict terms. And also, still to this day, 10 women every day are going to England to get a very basic medical procedure. So I'd like to ask the 3 elderly men here who the issue does not affect in any way. It is none of your business, and it is very demeaning that I have to stand here and ask you about my body and whether or not I will have bodily autonomy. But we do not live in a democracy. So I'm going to ask my question. And my question is, what would satisfy you if I was raped, as Miss Y was? Would that be good enough for me to have bodily autonomy and decide, no, I'm not ready to go through with this? If I was impoverished, as your austerity policies have done to so many people, I don't know what recovery you're talking about. Shatter and White, you've mentioned a recovery. I haven't seen it. I went to Germany, I got a doctorate, I got an education, and there's no jobs for me. If I say I cannot afford to have a child and I will wait until I want a child, is that then good enough for you? Or do you want us back in the 1950s, in the Magdalen laundries, chained to kitchens? Is that what you want?